Hello guys. So today I'll be talking on colorism and pretty girl privilege. Okay? And so pretty girls like us, we guys the rush. Hello. I'm excited about this topic. I'm more so because I was kind of inspired by Eloho and Nelo on court. And I saw their perspective, so I felt like, okay, I don't know if I'm reacting to it or responding to it, but something in between the lines, sure. I think by the time I finish my video, we know where I'm on, okay? But I want to delve into it. So, I really want this video to be short. So let's see. Before further ado, let's get into today's topic: colorism. So a lot of people think I listened to Eloho's video and she was talking about she was celebrating Africa, Nigeria, whiskey, and how his music made it there. And even though he had black women, black representation everywhere in his video, so she was celebrating it. And you know what? I think a win for one is a win for all. But I also think like, don't get me wrong, please, I'm not bashing Eloho, okay? I love this lady because if you listen to her, she's not a pick me. We both used to be a pick me, and this lady is pretty. You know that glowy chocolate. That's who she is, and she's intelligent. Okay, but I feel like I don't know when last this girl came back to Nigeria. I don't know, but with the way she's talking, I think she came back in Nigeria during the festive period where people were still in celebratory mood, and it has been a while, coupled with COVID lockdown. So I would say maybe 5 years ago, 6 years, 8 years ago. I don't know when last she came to Nigeria. But the colorism in Nigeria is far worse than that in America, I like to think. Hmm? Because here's the thing, we are born in Nigeria amongst black and Africa. So you would think that somewhere in our mind we value ourselves. Just like Jamaica, we are known like Bombaclat, the black people, the coffee and everything. They are known for being colorish too. So colorism is also deep into Africa. So don't think it only happens amongst you. No. Even I as a kid, it took me reading The Girl with Blue Eyes to really understand. As a kid, I hated my complexion. Don't get it wrong. I have this hot gold chocolate complexion, but it's still dark, okay? Nah, I'm not white at all. If there's anything, I'm just golden, but chocolate. That's my complexion. And now you can imagine someone like me who has such a lovely complexion wanting to change my skin to be white. Because I could see that some people are making commentary that I am pretty, but if I were fair, I would have been very pretty. That got into me. It got into my psyche. Small child like me, see, as a kid, see, my eye was up. I love beauty. Okay. And it has nothing to do with the opposite sex because from a kid, what do I know? But I just love it. And we all gravitate towards beauty. So the fact that they assume fairness for beauty shows the lack of what and love in ourselves, low self-esteem and self-hate. Okay? So Eloho, I feel like honestly you bought into lies and fantasy of it all. You bought into the lies, okay? You just the facade, you bought into it, and I understand this. This is your country. You love the fact that everything is happening, but I feel like the reason why they are doing this now, the representation in most of this artist video, black women, is because is Beyonce influenced, capitalism influenced, and let's be honest, we don't need anybody we black women, we don't need people to say we are pretty, we're sexy before we know, because we are the main shit. The world imitates what we do. They imitate our jewelry. The Kardashians imitate us. The whites, they tan their body. They blackfish. Abi? And it's blackfishing now. They do that too. So I just feel like at this point in the world now, this point in our time in our life now, the world is noticing our value, and some people just want to do some things. Some brands want to buy into it, and just to just to be associated with the fact that they endorse blackness, just like Tiana Taylor. We saw how they made her the most beautiful woman, and she has always been pretty. She has always been sexy. Like it wasn't as if her beauty was not that glary. Okay, even when she wasn't even married, is now she has two children. So please, please, I just feel like we should place ourselves in a pedestal and understand our worth as black women collectively. I mean, black skinned women. Okay, black skinned women. We should know our worth. We should value ourselves. And any men should be competing for us. Companies should be competing for us. We should always pick those who serve who has our best interest at heart, those who pay the highest for us, for our attention, or whatever, our creativity, whatever I bring, but not necessarily hugging anyone or cuddle anyone that realizes our beauty, our worth, our aesthetics that have been with us since all this while, that has been copied by various people from different countries. So please, okay? And we can't let anyone who don't necessarily value us or see the words just come to want to sit on our table like they have always accepted us. No, 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 I'm not falling for that. Okay, but aside from that, I feel like yeah, it all has to do with pretty privilege and all, because colorism and pretty privilege are different, but sometimes they fall under the same umbrella, because once you're someone's preference, they automatically view you as the beauty standard. Okay, and let's go back, even vixens back in 2001, 2006, 2010. Before they pick vixens, you have to be fair. You have to be very, very, very fair. And it was later around 2012, Abby, that they started mixing it. And then later it's now turned into you have to be BBW, like you have to be big, you have to have big breasts, big boobs, and big ass and all. It all turned into, then later on it's now BBL that wants to take over. So all these things they fluctuate. You can't kill yourself because of someone's little standard. You know what? Even nowadays, with this fake wokeness, you think everyone has woken up and all. There's still colorism. In fact, of recent, 3 years ago, okay, Techno, this Techno that is always faking this washed accent, okay, he discriminated against a girl called Debbie who wanted to be a video vixen, and this was the era when black was being announced as beautiful, and he kind of disregarded her. Okay, and also it's not just that. 2015 WHO estimated that 77% of Nigerian women have already bleached. Even men are bleaching seriously, so it doesn't just apply to the women. So colorism is big here. Okay, even as an Igbo girl, because I'm not fair, I'm not white. Some people still discredit my ethnicity and ask me, "Are you sure you're Igbo?" So colorism is very much here. Aloho. So all this representation of black women started of recent, and you have to understand that what we copy what is taught by the colonial masters or any country that are whitewashed. So we copy from them and we bring it here. We recycle people's misbehavior. We bring it here. You have to watch my previous video on I can't remember the name, but I will link it below. So seriously, we have to be more conscious, aware of who we are, and not necessarily be patronized by, I don't know, backhanded compliments and acceptability by people that are supposed to be vibing with us, because we are the goddess. We hold this ground here. So at the end of the day, people are going to value what they value. I'm not saying that everyone should accept black. At the end of the day, people should be true and be realistic, and also be honest with their preference. I don't want someone who's a colorist to want me in their life. If I discover that, I'll walk away. Except you're paying me well, like, then I can stay. But even at that, I know that I'll end up with you because you're a colorist. Okay? So at the end of the day, people should be honest with what they want. At the end of the day, there's something called pretty privilege, and I think women should rock it. They should enjoy their pretty privilege because there are a lot of things like pretty privilege. And let's be honest, even when it's not just men that help me. When I'm buying stuff, I get discounts, unreasonable discounts, just because I allow my pretty privilege. It works for me. Work for me. Not just men, women help me out. Okay, so at the end of the day, when I was ignorant about all those things, I was like playing it down because I wasn't comfortable in my sexuality as a woman, male, and as a powerful being. But then again, once I recognized that I've been fooling myself and I've been exhausting myself, I had to open myself to receiving. Okay? And that has worked a long way for me. I mean, if I'm being honest, pretty privilege opened doors for you where just being ordinary wouldn't. It's just the same power rich people have. Okay? So, don't let anyone shame you into playing down your pretty privilege. No, this is how the world works. Take advantage of it. If you don't, another person will, or you'll be taken advantage of. It's just how it works. Now, it's not your fault that people are shallow, but if this helps you get ahead, why not? Life is all about leverage. You leverage on something. Like I said, even pretty privilege, especially when you enhance it, when you work with it, because at the end of the day, everyone is to an extent average. Okay? When I mean average, yes, plain you like if you're plain Jane, there's nothing wrong with that if it's your own. Like me, like I said earlier on, I put on makeup, but my makeup is very light because I really have a glowing skin. The only time I wear is I put on moisturizer, I put on sunscreen because the weather is quite scorchy sometimes. And yeah, I draw my brows, I wear my lip gloss. You don't have to be a particular standard. Just know your brand of beauty and deal with people that exclusively appreciate your own brand of beauty. Don't let anyone make you feel pressured into, into doing something you wouldn't want. Like, for instance, doing surgery or something. I have nothing against it. In fact, if it works for you, good. Okay, just do your research well. Make sure the doctor is trusted. Make sure you have enough money to do that. Okay, but if you are doing it solely because you hate yourself, I don't guarantee you that problem will be solved. I don't. So, even people who do surgery, people who love themselves before they do surgery, no. Because once they do the surgery, they don't change themselves or their features. They just maybe enhance it a little bit. Okay? You don't see them changing their face totally, or they don't look the same. You notice. So yeah, ladies, this is how the world works. Deal with it. Even your pastor, he likes all those things. Okay? You just pray he doesn't invite you for deliverance just to have a closer view of you. I'm just saying. So enjoy it, flaunt it, take advantage of it. The world is shallow. If you're not shallow, well, play the game too. Just because you're not shallow does not mean people around you are not. Okay? Like I said, know your brand of beauty, enhance it, tweak it, let it work for you. Anything you know that works for you. Is it baby face? Work on it. Is it your voice? Then look plain. Allow your voice relax, enjoy it. Improve on anything. That's what we have everything, anything we want, you create your world for yourself. And if you don't know how to, if you just you don't have any tools or you think you lack the tools, well, look for those who have what you want. Okay, look for those who have what you want, watch them, emulate it. Now don't try to be like them, just emulate it, learn from them. Before you know it, your own idea will come, your own style will come in, and you make it work for you. Besides, faking is allowed, so fake it till you make it. No one cares. So, ladies, For the pretty girls, the fair girls, please, you are not to be blamed, okay? It's the game. Enjoy it. Okay, not everyone like admitting that they are benefiting from pretty privilege, and it's okay. Some people think that they'll be seen as dumb or something. See, at the end of the day, you can't be dumb if you're receiving benefits from it. So enjoy it, flaunt it, make that money, and let people pay and compete for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.